Well, with me now is my colleague Rana Rahimpour from the BBC Persian service. Lots of reaction to this. Just tell us what you've been hearing.
Obviously, it's a huge news in Iran. Iranians have stayed awake all night watching out to find out what the deal was going to be. 18 days of waiting and anticipation to finally hear what that has made the majority of Iranian people happy. Of course, they have received it with hope, but many of them are very cautious and realistic about it as well. So they know that it has to be ratified by the US Congress, and they know it's going to be a very difficult procedure. So they don't think that everything's going to change overnight. Many of them say that the next 6 months are going to be painful and crucial, but they are very happy, and they say that they were waiting for this day to be part of the international community again. Having said that, there are people who are not happy as well.
Yeah, sure. The ones that I've been reading, you get a sense of relief almost that they're saying it's been done, the deal. I think you've got some tweets there that you can read out to us.
Yes, it's true. So Ala Falaki, he said, "Hooray, we're there." And then we also had Mahtab Jodaki, who said, "Let us sing together, Iran, oh home of hope." She has also used the hashtag Iran Talks Vienna. We also had Mojtaba Fathi from Tehran, and he said, "Hello world, goodbye sanctions. After 12 years, the nuclear talks case has been closed." Other people have expressed their gratitude to Iran's chief negotiator, Foreign Minister Javad Zarif, whom you can see the picture of. And people have said, as long as the world and Iran exists, we will always be in debt to Zarif. There are always also talks on the social media about having a celebration to go to the airport to receive Mr. Zarif. He is now perceived as a hero to many Iranian people.
Yeah, we understand that my colleague, our chief international correspondent, Lise Doucette, has managed to speak to him exclusively. We're going to be bringing you that interview as soon as we get it here on BBC World News. Also, just to point out that we are awaiting to hear from the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Jerusalem shortly. He's due to give a news conference. It'll be interesting to see what he says in that. Clearly, as we were just hearing there from the Israeli Education Minister, they are not by any means happy with the deal that's been done today. But before I let you go, Rana, I just want to ask you, you talked about the criticisms and some people not being very happy with what's happened in Iran. Just talk us through that and what's being said.
They have been very quiet, of course. We don't hear much about them or from them right now. But there are basically two groups of people. One are the people who were benefiting from these sanctions and have made themselves rich over the last couple of years. And then we also have people who are ideologically against the West, especially the United States. And that is not going to change. And even the supreme leader of Iran last week said that the fight with the arrogant power of the United States is not over. So, of course, we are in a very different place right now, but there are things that haven't changed, and there are elements in the Iranian society that are not necessarily very happy today.
Also, before you go, tweets that are posted then deleted afterwards, you don't really do that, or you shouldn't really be doing that, and that's what happened right in the last 24 hours from a certain account in Iran?
Yes, not in the BBC, we're not allowed to delete it, but clearly the Iranian president hasn't briefed like us. So he did at first, he tweeted and said, kind of congratulated, and he didn't say if there is an Iran deal, and everybody assumed that there was going to be an Iran deal yesterday, and then it disappeared, having been retweeted hundreds of times.
Right, exactly.
And then he posted a new tweet with an if in front of it. So if there is an Iran deal, then diplomacy has worked.
Should have just saved it in drafts and retweeted it later.
Probably. I think they're learning.
Okay, Rana, thank you so much for that. Really fascinating to know how people are reacting to this on the streets of Iran. But stay